I really want to remind you of something important today. Career transitions do not operate on school year timelines. The corporate world does not stop hiring in August. Opportunities do not disappear because summer ends. Many teachers land jobs during the school year itself. Many transitions take longer than one summer, and that does not mean those transitions failed. I'm Lisa Harding, ex-EdTech CEO turned certified teacher career coach. It wasn't all that long ago that I was recruiting, interviewing, and hiring teachers for roles in corporate America. Teachers that ended up being some of my all-time best employees. Fast forward through my own career transition where I left my role as CEO to become a stay-at-home mom. I now work with and empower teachers to transform their lives by turning their once distant career dreams into realities. In this podcast, I give you simple, actionable, step-by-step strategies to help you do the same. If you're a burnt-out teacher or simply need a change and you're looking to create a life you love, you're in the right place, friend. Let's get started. Hey friends, and welcome back to Beyond the Classroom. This is your host, Lisa Harding. And today I want to talk about something that I think a lot of teachers start feeling around this time of year, even if they don't always say it out loud: panic. Because July has a way of making teachers feel like time is running out. At the beginning of summer, everything feels hopeful. You finally have room to breathe. You finally have time to think about your future. You tell yourself, this is going to be the summer I finally figure things out. And maybe you pictured yourself by this point, feeling completely clear on your next career, confidently applying to jobs, networking consistently, updating LinkedIn, completely transformed and ready for a new chapter by fall. But then July shows up, and suddenly the pressure gets louder. The back-to-school ads start appearing. Teachers start talking about next year. School supply displays show up in stores. Calendars start feeling shorter. And for teachers in a transition, that can trigger a lot emotionally. You start thinking, I should be farther along by now. I thought I'd have more clarity. What if I wasted my summer? What if I'm still stuck? What if I have to go back feeling exactly the same? And honestly, I think many teachers quietly carry shame around that. Like if their entire life didn't change over one summer, they somehow failed. But I really want to say something clearly today. You did not waste your summer simply because your entire life didn't change in 8 weeks. Career transitions are rarely overnight transformations. Most transitions happen much more slowly and quietly than people expect. And honestly, some of the most important progress during a transition is the kind nobody else can see yet. Maybe this summer you gained clarity about what you don't want anymore. That matters. Maybe you finally started believing your skills actually have value outside the classroom. That matters. Maybe you updated your resume for the first time. Maybe you created LinkedIn. Maybe you had your first networking conversation. Maybe you attended a webinar. Maybe you started imagining a different future for yourself. That matters too. I think teachers sometimes only count progress if it ends with a job offer. But transitions are built on so many smaller moments before that outcome ever happens. Confidence builds gradually. Clarity builds gradually. Momentum builds gradually. And honestly, I think one of the hardest parts of a career transition is that there's often a long period where your internal growth is happening before your external results catch up. And that can feel discouraging sometimes, because from the outside, it may feel like nothing is happening. But internally, everything may be changing. The way you think about yourself, the way you think about work, the way you think about your future, the way you talk about your skills, the way you imagine your life outside the classroom. That kind of growth matters deeply, even when it's invisible. I also think teachers underestimate how emotionally difficult it can be to leave something familiar. Even when teaching has become unsustainable, even when burnout is real, even when you know you want something different, there's still uncertainty in leaving what you know. And uncertainty can make people feel like they need immediate answers in order to feel safe again. But career transitions rarely provide instant certainty. Most people figure things out while they're moving, not before they start. And honestly, I think social media has made this process harder in a lot of ways. Because online, transitions often look instant. Somebody posts, "Former teacher lands dream remote job." And what you don't see are the months behind that moment. The networking, the rejection, the confusion, the emotional ups and downs, the trial and error, the self-doubt, the time it took to rebuild confidence. You're usually seeing the highlight reel at the end of someone's transition, not the messy middle while they're living it. And comparison can make teachers feel incredibly behind, especially in July, because July starts feeling like a countdown. But I really want to remind you of something important today. Career transitions do not operate on school year timelines. The corporate world does not stop hiring in August. Opportunities do not disappear because summer ends. Many teachers land jobs during the school year itself. Many transitions take longer than one summer. And that does not mean those transitions failed. Honestly, I think one of the healthiest things teachers can do around this time of year is stop measuring progress only by speed. Fast does not always mean strategic. Fast does not always mean sustainable. And panic rarely creates clarity. Most successful transitions are built through consistency, small, intentional steps repeated over time. One conversation, one connection, one application, one skill shift, one mindset shift, one brave decision at a time. And sometimes the biggest transformation isn't external yet. Sometimes it's simply the fact that you no longer believe you're stuck forever. That matters too. I also want to remind you that your career transition does not need to happen perfectly in order to be successful. You do not need a perfect timeline, perfect confidence, perfect clarity, or a perfect plan. You simply need to keep moving forward. And if summer is ending and you still feel uncertain, that does not mean you're back at square one. You are not starting over. You are building, and building takes time. So if you've been feeling discouraged lately, if you've been feeling like everyone else is ahead of you, if you've been panicking because August is getting closer, take a breath. You are not behind. You are not failing, and you are not running out of time. Thank you so much for spending time with me today. If you enjoyed this episode, be sure to subscribe, leave a review, and check the show notes for free resources and goodies to support your transition journey. And if you're looking for more structured support, we'd love to welcome you into the Teacher Career Transition Academy. Just remember, friends, the journey is just the beginning. Embrace the adventure.